American Ninja once captivated an entire generation with its dazzling action sequences and the heroic image of righteous warriors. But behind the scenes were unexpectedly short lives. Some cast members faced life-threatening illnesses, tragic accidents, and passed away while the stage lights were still shining. In this video, we'll uncover who they were and the mysterious stories behind the camera. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Steve James as Curtis Jackson. Steve James was born on February 19, 1952 in New York City. When he was 33 years old, he made a lasting impression in the action film series American Ninja, 1985, as Curtis Jackson, the brave, loyal, and strong companion of the main character, Joe Armstrong. With his muscular build, exceptional fighting skills, and commanding on-screen presence, Steve James became an action icon and reprised the role in American Ninja 2, 1987, and American Ninja 3, 1989. However, behind the warrior image was a life filled with inner struggle. Despite his genuine talent, James was often typecast in supporting roles in B-grade action films, which prevented him from achieving the breakthrough he had hoped for. He openly expressed frustration at constantly being cast as the loyal sidekick without emotional depth. Even when he wrote and starred in Street Hunter 1990, the film failed to make the impact he had envisioned. In his personal life, his first marriage to model Israel Nava Halimi, whom he met while filming American Ninja 2, quickly ended. His second relationship with actress Christine Pon, whom he married in 1992, had just begun to stabilize when fate struck cruelly. Just 1 year after their wedding, Steve James was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, a fast-progressing and devastating disease. Though he had completed his roles in Blood Fist 5, Human Target, and an episode of the TV series MANTIS, he never lived to see them air. On December 18, 1993, James passed away at his home in Burbank, California, at the age of 41. His funeral, attended by the likes of Sidney Poitier and close friends, was deeply emotional. His ashes were placed on the family's fireplace mantel as a way of preserving his spirit. At the time of his death, Steve James's net worth was estimated at around $2 million, a modest figure compared to the talent and unfulfilled potential he left behind. Richard Norton as MP and Black Star Ninja. Richard Norton was born on January 6, 1950, in Melbourne, Australia. When he was 35 years old, he appeared in American Ninja, 1985, as Black Star Ninja, the formidable villain who directly opposed the main character, Joe Armstrong. With a solid martial arts foundation and a sharp, cold demeanor, Richard Norton made the antagonist unforgettable and elevated the film's fight choreography to a new level. Behind the spotlight was a man of grit, discipline, and sacrifice. Norton started from nothing, working as a nightclub bouncer and later teaching martial arts in Melbourne dojos before co-founding the martial art Zen Do Kai with Bob Jones. Despite achieving a 10th-degree black belt in the discipline he helped create, along with high ranks in Goju Ryu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Chun Kuk Do, Norton remained dedicated to a career in film. Notably, he went toe-to-toe with legends like Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, Chuck Norris, Don the Dragon Wilson, and Cynthia Rothrock, his longtime screen partner. Though a martial artist at heart, Norton never shied away from exploring nuanced villain roles and took part in both action and dramatic films. Richard Norton kept his personal life quite private. In 1993, he married Australian actress Judy Green. They lived a modest life, mostly based in Melbourne, while he continued working as a fight coordinator for numerous Hollywood blockbusters such as Mad Max, Fury Road, Suicide Squad, Dark Phoenix, and The Suicide Squad, 2021. On March 30, 2025, Richard Norton passed away in Melbourne at the age of 75. His wife, Judy Green, confirmed the sad news on social media. His passing was mourned by the international martial arts and film communities. At the time of his death, his net worth was estimated at around $7 million, accumulated from acting roles, martial arts copyrights, training videos, and consulting on major Hollywood films. Michael Dudikoff as Joe Armstrong. Michael Joseph Stephen Dudikoff Jr. was born on October 8, 1954 in New York City. When he was 31 years old, he became a global sensation by taking on the lead role of Joe Armstrong in American Ninja, 1985, an American soldier with combat skills rivaling those of a real ninja. Although he had no martial arts background at the time, Dudikoff received rapid training from expert Mike Stone and quickly transformed into the new action icon of the 1980s. He continued to win over audiences in American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, 1987, becoming an indispensable part of the martial arts action film world. However, the spotlight began to fade when the B-movie action market entered a decline in the late 90s. Although he was one of Cannon Films' brightest stars, Dudikoff couldn't escape the mold of stereotypical heroic roles, which led producers to typecast him. His silence also meant a gradual fading from the big screen. In the early 2000s, he quietly stepped away from the film industry and shifted to real estate in order to maintain financial stability and take care of his family. Beyond the spotlight, Michael Dudikoff built a stable life with his wife, Belle, whom he married in 2004, and their 3 children. Occasionally, he still gives interviews or appears at film events reminiscing about his golden years. After many years of dedicated practice, he earned black belts in karate, judo, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu, demonstrating perseverance and commitment even after his career peak. As of 2025, he is 71 years old and continues to live in California, maintaining a low-profile, quiet lifestyle away from media attention. Michael Dudikoff's net worth in 2025 is estimated at around $5 million, mostly earned during his prime with Cannon Films, and later from real estate investments. David Bradley as Sean Davidson. David Bradley was born on October 2, 1953, and is an American actor and martial artist best known for his role as Sean Davidson in American Ninja 3, Blood Hunt, 1989. When he was 36 years old, he stepped into the lead role, replacing Michael Dudikoff, a bold move by producers, while the franchise was still at its peak. Sean Davidson was not the typical ninja, quiet, stoic, yet carrying both emotional wounds and a strong sense of justice. Bradley was discovered after a casting audition and quickly became the new face of late 80s B-grade martial arts films. However, fame that comes late often fades fast. After early success with American Ninja 3 and American Ninja 4, Bradley went on to appear in Cyborg Cop and other low-budget action films. Despite being praised for his martial arts skills, holding a black belt in Shotokan Karate, 4th Dan in Taekwondo, and possessing knowledge in Aikido, Kung Fu, and weapons training, he was never able to escape the label of the replacement in the American Ninja series. According to director Cedric Sundstrom, Bradley was even reportedly frustrated that his character had to be rescued by Dudikoff in the 4th installment. Nevertheless, he continued acting with quiet passion, undeterred by the shrinking market for B-movie action films. As martial arts cinema began to decline in the late 1990s, he gradually retreated from the spotlight. Although he never officially announced his retirement, he rarely returned to major film projects. As of 2025, David Bradley is 72 years old. His net worth is estimated at around $2 million, mostly from his roles in action films during the late 80s and 90s. While he never rose to the prominence of Michael Dudikoff, nor reached legendary status like the Hong Kong superstars, Bradley remains an irreplaceable part of the golden era of American action cinema. Judy Aronson as Patricia Hickok. Judith M. Aronson was born on June 7, 1964, in Los Angeles, California. When she was 21 years old, she played Patricia Hickok in American Ninja, 1985, the daughter of Colonel Hickok and the love interest of the main character Joe Armstrong. With her classic beauty and natural performance, Judy became one of the rare feminine symbols in a testosterone-driven action film, Although her role didn't involve combat, she served as the emotional core of the movie, balancing violence with vulnerability and heart. However, Judy Aronson's acting career was far from smooth. The same year she starred in American Ninja, she suffered a serious accident while filming a bathtub scene for Weird Science. Due to prolonged exposure to cold water, she developed frostbite, a painful injury that caused long-term physical and emotional trauma. The incident led to a period of depression and forced her to step away from several projects. Though she returned to appear in films and series like Pursuit of Happiness and 90210, Judy never quite recaptured the glow of her 1980s heyday. Unlike many of her peers, Judy chose a quieter path and gradually withdrew from the spotlight. After appearing in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang in 2005, she virtually disappeared from Hollywood and shifted her focus to business. She found peace in owning an antique shop and running a Pilates studio chain in Los Angeles. Judy also became known as a passionate yoga instructor, helping students cope with stress and recover from injuries, just as she once had to do herself. As of 2025, Judy Aronson is 61 years old. Her net worth is estimated at around $2 million, stemming from a mix of past acting income and her stable business ventures. While she may no longer be on screen, she remains an unforgettable part of the legacy of American Ninja and the cinema of the 1980s. Tadashi Yamashita as Black Star Ninja. Tadashi Yamashita was born on February 5, 1942 in Japan. When he was 43 years old, he appeared in American Ninja 1985 as the iconic villain Black Star Ninja, a masked assassin, cold-blooded, ruthless, and highly dangerous. With his real-life martial arts experience and masterful weapon-handling skills, Yamashita not only brought the antagonist to life, but also helped shape the film's gritty, realistic combat style. Every move he made reflected the spirit of a true master, powerful, precise, and steeped in martial philosophy. Tadashi Yamashita's life journey is one of overcoming hardship to reach greatness. After losing his father at the age of 3, he and his mother moved to Okinawa during the post-war years of hardship. A rebellious child who frequently fought with classmates and even teachers, Yamashita was once seen as a problem student. Everything changed when a martial arts master who was part of the school's parent council took him under his wing, helping him channel his defiance into disciplined strength. By the age of 16, he had earned his black belt. In 1960, he became the Shorin Ryu champion of Okinawa. He left Japan and settled in the U.S. during the 1970s, bringing with him the spirit of traditional martial arts to teach thousands of students across America. For more than 60 years, Yamashita has dedicated his life to Okinawan Karate-do and Kobudo. He is not only a master, but also the founder of Suikendo, the punch that flows like water, a system that allows a fighter to defend and strike in a seamless motion. He once performed before thousands at the 1973 Pro-Am tournament, and is widely known for having taught Bruce Lee how to use the nunchaku. Although he acted in dozens of films, Yamashita always saw cinema as a way to inspire others with martial arts philosophy, not as a path to fame. His life revolves around his dojo, international seminars, and his spiritual connection to Okinawa, the birthplace of his soul. As of 2025, Tadashi Yamashita is 83 years old. Despite his age, he still appears at martial arts events as a mentor and instructor, honored as a living symbol of traditional karate-do. His net worth is estimated at approximately $1.5 million. Not much compared to Hollywood stars, but a true testament to his perseverance, professional ethics, and rare dedication. Gary Conway as the Lion. Gary Conway was born on February 4, 1936, in Boston, Massachusetts. When he was 53 years old, he played the role of the Lion, a cold, cunning crime lord in American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, 1987. With piercing eyes and a composed demeanor, Conway brought depth to the film's villain, setting him apart from more generic action characters. Though a supporting role, his presence elevated the film's dark, dangerous atmosphere, adding a layer of sophistication to the franchise's second installment. Before that, Gary Conway was a familiar face to American TV audiences, most notably for his role as Captain Steve Burton in the sci-fi series Land of the Giants, 1968 to 1970, and as the detective partner to Gene Barry in Burke's Law, 1963 to 1965. But few know that beyond acting, Conway is a multi-talented artist, a recipient of a prestigious art scholarship, a well-regarded landscape painter, and a violinist who once performed at the Hollywood Bowl. Still, his artistic career was not without hardship. Most notably, he broke his ribs twice while filming fight scenes in Land of the Giants, which required lengthy hospital stays and recovery. After his acting career peaked, Gary Conway gradually stepped back from the screen in the late 1980s to focus on family life and business. Alongside his wife, Marion McKnight, Miss America, 1957, and his partner since 1958, he co-founded Carmody McKnight Winery in California in 1985. Though he no longer worked regularly in showbiz, he left a mark in the indie film world by founding Ambush Entertainment and participating in screenwriting and small film production. As of 2025, Gary Conway is 91 years old. After selling his winery to Justin Vineyards in 2019, he enjoys a peaceful, quiet life with his wife of nearly 7 decades. His net worth is estimated at around $2 million, mostly accumulated from his classic television roles, wine business investments, and his multidisciplinary artistic endeavors. Jonathan Pinar as Taylor. Jonathan Pinar was born on September 16, 1962, in South Africa. When he was 25 years old, he appeared in American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, 1987, as Taylor, a traitorous Marine who turns against his comrades to serve his own agenda. Though a supporting character, Pianar's cold and sharp performance made Taylor a vital piece in the film's lineup of antagonists, contributing to the theme of betrayal common in 1980s action films. After that role, Jonathan Pinar chose not to pursue a Hollywood action career, but returned to South Africa to build a more diverse artistic path. With an academic background from Marist Brothers College and acting training at Technikon Pretoria, he gradually established his name in the local industry. He went on to appear in several notable films and series such as Skin, Black Venus, Cape Town, and Troy, Fall of a City, proving his versatility in both heroic and villainous roles. Beyond acting, he is also known as a screenwriter and comedian, showing a resilient, multifaceted talent within South Africa's entertainment scene. In contrast to his on-screen traitorous persona, Pinar leads a quiet life off-camera and is not involved in scandals. There are no reports of major controversies or self-destructive habits. Instead, he has maintained the image of a reserved yet dedicated artist. Over the years, he has consistently appeared on television and in international productions filmed in Africa, without chasing global fame or the U.S. market. To local audiences, he remains a familiar figure, an artist who has preserved both passion and identity through many waves of cinematic change. As of 2025, Jonathan Pinar is 63 years old and continues to participate in film projects in South Africa. His net worth is estimated at around $1 million, primarily from film and television roles, as well as his writing work. Though he never achieved global stardom, Pinar stands as proof of a steady, meaningful acting career built on talent and perseverance. Mike Stone as Tojo Ken. Mike Stone was born on June 29, 1943, in Makawao, Maui, Hawaii. When he was 44 years old, he portrayed Tojo Ken in American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, 1987, a brutal ninja leader fiercely loyal to the main villain, the Lion. With his muscular build, commanding presence, and real-world combat skills, Mike Stone not only delivered a convincing on-screen performance, but also choreographed many of the fight scenes in the film. He brought to life a cold, ruthless, and technically precise Tojo Ken, making him one of the franchise's most memorable villains. Mike Stone's life has been a journey of triumph, and at times, silent struggle. A mischievous child shaped by Aikido at the age of 17, he rose quickly in the martial arts world. 91 consecutive wins, national and international championships, and a two-time inductee into the Black Belt Hall of Fame. But glory came with pressure. Despite his friendships with legends like Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris, Stone could not avoid behind-the-scenes rivalries in Hollywood's martial arts circles. Nicknamed the Animal for his aggressive and unrelenting fighting style, Stone never quite achieved the cinematic stardom many expected. His only leading role, Tiger Shark, 1987, failed to make an impact, leading him to take on supporting roles or behind-the-scenes work as a stuntman, trainer, and fight choreographer. Though his film career didn't explode, Mike Stone remains a respected name in martial arts. He once dated Priscilla Presley after Elvis's death and also had a relationship with Michelle Pfeiffer, but he never got caught up in celebrity scandals. After 3 marriages, he now lives peacefully with his third wife, Tina Manike, and continues to teach karate and attend martial arts seminars and festivals worldwide. As of 2025, Mike Stone is 82 years old. Though no longer active on a regular basis, he remains the embodiment of a traditional martial artist, disciplined, dedicated, and a true warrior at heart. His net worth is estimated at around $2 million, earned through his decorated fighting career, martial arts instruction, and work as a fight coordinator in various action films. While Mike Stone may not be a household name, to martial artists, he is, and always will be, a legend. Jeff Celentano as Wild Bill. Jeff Celentano was born on May 24, 1960, in the United States. When he was 27 years old, he appeared in American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, 1987, as Captain Wild Bill Woodward, a quirky yet dedicated officer overseeing security at the U.S. Embassy on a chaotic Caribbean island. Beneath his eccentric appearance and blunt demeanor, Wild Bill played a crucial supporting role for main characters Joe Armstrong and Curtis Jackson in their mission to thwart a sinister plot involving kidnapped and brainwashed soldiers. This role made Celentano memorable for his weird but cool charm and offered a refreshing contrast amid the film's intense action sequences. Despite leaving a mark on screen, Celentano didn't reach action star status like some of his contemporaries. His film career mostly involved supporting roles in low-budget titles like Puppet Master 2, Demonic Toys, and The Player. Confronting the harsh realities of the entertainment industry, Celentano chose a different path. He transitioned to directing in 1992 with the short film Dickwad, a comedy that won awards at various independent film festivals. From there, he focused on building his directing career with films like The Hills, 2004, and Breaking Point, 2009. Though they weren't box office hits, they reflected his storytelling passion and perseverance in the craft. Jeff Celentano leads a relatively private personal life. He once served as artistic director at the Performers Academy in California, where he trained aspiring actors. With no major scandals, addictions, or controversies, Celentano chose to live quietly behind the camera. Perhaps the greatest challenge of his career was stepping away from the spotlight to seek validation as a director, a decision he once described as a survival strategy in the industry. It wasn't failure. It was a bold reinvention of a man who refused to stand still. As of 2025, Jeff Celentano is 65 years old and still active in the film industry, primarily directing independent projects. His net worth is estimated at around $3 million, earned through film acting, directing and producing, and teaching. While not a major Hollywood figure, Jeff Celentano remains a memorable part of American Ninja and a testament to a career built on resilience, adaptability, and a deep love for cinema. The spotlight may have dimmed, but the echoes still resonate in the memories of an entire generation. Each name holds a piece of our childhood, and each loss leaves a silent scar. Was there a cast member whose passing hit you the hardest? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and help us keep the legacy of these action legends alive.